Now you're probably asking right away, Curtis, why do I need to build this small ship? Why are you saying I need to build this? And the answer is because it's extremely powerful, it's awesome, and it is just and I mean, if I do say so myself, it is a beautiful design, especially if you're in the market for a small ship / light fighter. On top of that, it has very, very tasty stats for a ship that is this small, and it makes space combat and exploration just that little bit more fun. Now, obviously, there are drawbacks. Any ship you build will have pros and cons. So if you're wanting an all-in-one ship, this is definitely not it. If you're wanting a cargo ship, again, this is not it. But then you would just build accordingly, wouldn't you? You wouldn't build a light fighter as your cargo ship. You'd just go and build a proper cargo ship. However, if you're in the market and you're wanting a fun, small, light fighter, this does that job, and it does it very, very well. So here's the materials you'll need, and I'll be showing you an interior tour and combat footage at the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe and like this video, as it really does help out, and I really do appreciate it. And also, if you've got a build you want to share, join my Discord and show it off. So let's get into the build. So the first of these 3 ships is this yellow one. So we've got all the pieces, so it's all looking like Lego at the moment. Just needs to be put together, and we're going to call this ship the Hornet because it's yellow and it looks like a little Hornet. Great little light fighter. So we're going to start things off with a 120 LD landing bay, and above that we're going to attach a Hope Tech all-in-one. This will give us a bed and, you know, everything we need for like XP. So we'll grab this. It's got 2 weapons attached to it: PBO 300 auto alpha turrets with Horizon weapon mounts, okay? But we'll talk about the weapons in detail later on. So plonk that right on top. Lovely jubbly. Now next to that, we're going to put a Hope Tech companionway. Your choice of which Hope Tech part you want to use here, but we're using that because the cockpit we're using is the Commander 500 bridge, which is this one. Now underneath this we do have an NG20 landing gear. I'll show you the landing gear in more detail later as well, but attach that there. So we're having the landing gear right there, okay? And then we've got more landing gear underneath parts here, but like I said, we'll go through that later. So you've got your Hope Tech all-in-one, your Hope Tech companionway, and then the Commander 500 bridge. Lovely jubbly. Right, now it's time to start doing some duplication glitching. So grab a Deimos hull, got one right here, plonk him there, and just duplicate along. For some reason it might not let you do it. You'll have to give it a couple of goes because the weapons are here, okay? But we're going to go along, and where we plan to be is in here, okay? So all the way down. Nice. Right, and then what we want to do is grab our Nova Cowling, the first of 2. Bring this up, and we're going to duplicate it down twice. Fantastic. And then we're going to grab this one and do exactly the same, because this is going to fit just underneath there. So let's just duplicate this down. Oh, it's not going to go right. So if it does that, if you do get any errors, what we have to do, the duplication glitch can be a fickle thing sometimes. So go up and then go up. And now we can delete everything but the Deimos hull that's there. Leave that there, okay? We need that there. Otherwise, this will technically not be snapped into anything. And it will give us an error, basically saying that there's unattached modules. Now we've got a Tayo cowling, which is going to go underneath, because obviously, look, it just looks blocky at the moment. This should just snap nicely, like so. Lovely jubbly, look at that. It's starting to take shape now, isn't it? Okay, so the next thing is we've got a Hope Tech control station. This will help us with having more crew slots, and above that we got our docker. So we're going to grab these 2 and we're going to put it right there. So just one back from the so it's not directly on top of this one, okay? Now we may need another Deimos hull here, so just in case we're going to plonk it there preemptively. Grab your other Nova cowling, put him there, and duplicate down. And then this blends everything in nicely, because the thing is with the Hope Tech companionways, these parts, they're very awkward. Like you can't just have like a, you know, like a normal hab attached to it, because obviously, as you can see, that's nice and thin and that's big and chunky to match the cockpit. So you get a bit of an issue there. So next thing to do is our Nova braking engines. These just go either side here, just behind the weapons, like so. Looking good. And then what we're going to do now is attach these parts. So we've got our 210 fuel capacity fuel tank. We've got an SF40 sheared flow reactor, and then an SGD 2300 grav drive. Now this is one, I've moved it up by one, and the reason is because when we attach these like so, this fits just underneath that, and this allows for things to be placed on top. So this is how we get our wing shape. But now that we got these parts here, what we can do is put a Deimos belly just underneath like so, and that will blend in with the shape of these Nova braking engines. So looking good, looking good. So now we grab another Deimos hull, and on this we've got our shields. On the opposite Deimos hull we've got nothing. Obviously you can put the shield wherever you want, completely your call, okay? However, we are going to have to do the Deimos trick again. So duplicate up just above the shields, grab a Stroud cowling like so, put him there, and drop down, and that will cover the shield for you. Lovely jubbly. And then we got the nice shape there, so it's like coming down. Now obviously what we can do here, I've added a Deimos braking engine just to give it a bit more flavour. And then at the sides we've got a Stroud cowling again with landing gear that attaches just there. So as you can see, it's going down at a nice angle. And then lastly in this bit, now this is a ship part I don't normally like, but it's the Nova wing. I normally don't like it, but it fits in here because it snaps there like so, and it gives it a bit of a nice angle going in, and we can have the weapon on there as well, so it's, you know, useful. And that is the Reza pulse laser turret, which is a really strong weapon, by the way. Now all we're going to do is the same this side. So Deimos braking engine with a Stroud cowling and landing gear just underneath it, and then the Nova wing with a weapon on top, and there we go. It's starting to really take shape now. I do like the shape of this ship. It's tiny, but it just looks really aggressive. Okay, so now as you can see, I've got a Horizon weapon mount on these two engines here with a PBO Auto Alpha, so they can shoot at the rear once I've flown past enemies, and this one is one higher. Now this is one higher because this is going to sit right there like so, and these two are going to sit down here covering these bits. So we'll just plonk these here like so, and these parts are going to sit here, but as you can see, they're not going to snap yet. Now there is a snapping point there, so all we need to do here, move this Stroud cowling out the way, place some Deimos hulls. We're going to have to drop this down a couple of times. Oh, that actually snapped there for some reason. It normally never does that. Right, so let's go up. Make sure we snap one down underneath there. We can delete this and it will stick, don't worry. So you've got 4 in total. So duplicate right down till it sits just above the weapon, right next to the weapon. And we'll delete these. Delete that Deimos hull. And there we go. It will snap in nicely. So we'll do the same again here, okay? So go up. Oh, and then go down. Duplicate down. We'll delete them. Attach that. And there we go. Now it just says we got one warning. Missing a weapon assignment. Obviously, that's the weapon assignment because we haven't got 3 different weapons. You can definitely attach more weapons if you want to. It's just not something I did. So as for the landing gear, I've got them underneath the Stroud cowling. So I've got 3 NG20. They give the most thrust. They're really good. And then I've got 1 just underneath the cockpit blended into this Nova cowling. Obviously, where you want to place them is your call. Doesn't have a lot of cargo, but this is not a cargo ship. This is a light, tiny, small fighter ship, which is, you know, the point of the video. Decent mobility, decent top speed, good max crew. You know, 6 on a little ship like this is decent. Obviously, good shield and decent mass. And yeah, nimble little fighter. The only annoying thing about this ship, and is obviously not in the game, is that you can't have like proper wings, and there's no snapping point on this cowling, for example. So you could add something like, I don't know, like a bumper, you know, if you had it just there. Oh, can I get closer? There we go. If you had it just there, that would look really cool. You can do it if you duplicate a Deimos hull. So let me just show you, just so we're on the same page. if you was to duplicate a Deimos hull, for example, plonk that there. We'll get rid of that one. Put him there. Go down. Go down. Then you could attach it, but then it loses that shape. As you can see, it's like it loses a lot of the curve there because the Deimos hull takes over it. So you're cool though. You know, you can definitely blend in a Deimos hull there and then have like the Deimos bumpers. I do think they look cool. I might keep it. Should I keep it? Should I? Yeah, I think we should. Do you know what? I do like that. It does kill the shape though. There's no denying that. But we put the Stroud there. Go down, delete, 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 delete. As you can see, look, it corners there, whereas this is more like a nice smooth, like from the heart. Well, further than halfway, you can see it just starts to go down, whereas this one's like straight edge. So it's yeah, bit annoying like that, but there we go though. That is the ship done, so that's just a little bit extra. It's taken our mobility down by 1. Oh well. But yeah, very powerful ship. So like I said, 2 PBO 300 auto alpha turrets front facing, 2 Reza turrets front facing, 2 more PBOs rear facing, and I'll show you some combat footage in a bit. But very cool ship. I do like this ship. Now you may be thinking, Curtis, I want to take this to the next level, mate. Like, it's not enough cargo. I want another weapon. I want some extras. We absolutely can do that. So, what I would do, remove your Deimos bellies, and then right here, we go to our cargo. There you go. You can replace the Deimos belly with a very similar looking shape in the form of cargo with the 10 ST, which is 320. So in total, we'll have 640 either side. Or you can flip this bad boy like so. Now we are gonna lose a lot of mobility the higher the cargo we go. Okay, so that's 10. So we're gonna lose around 20 mobility, and then these are gonna be about 19 each. These are nice shapes. We can, by the way though, counteract this, and I'm gonna show you how. So let's say we go for, I'm just debating which one. That's quite a nice one. I do like the Tayo. I'll tell you what, right? No. That's too bulky. That's too bulky. I can't do it. Let's go for these two, okay? Let's just go for these two. Because they look okay. And that's 1,000 cargo on a very small ship. That is, I would consider, really acceptable. If you're picking up, like, forks and plates and everything, this just isn't the ship for you, as we've already discussed. Now, it's going to need a bit more mobility, and you're like, oh, Curtis, how are we going to do that? Easy, mate. Drop down glitch. Done. There you go, back to 93 mobility, okay? Lovely jubbly. However, if you're happy to lose a bit more mobility and go for the bigger cargo, like so, the 950, you can do this. Oh, either side as well. And there you go, 84 mobility. As long as it's above 80, pff, mate, we're golden. These obviously need a nice little colour now. So we've dropped down to 84. Now, that's not an issue. As long as it's above 80, like, we are golden. And look at that cargo for a ship this small. Honestly, that is more than acceptable. Now, if you're like, but Curtis, mate, I need an extra weapon. I need something. Because obviously we can have 3 different types of weapons. Obviously, at the top here, go for whatever you want, whether it's a missile launcher or another turret. PB Auto Alpha turret, obviously it's going to poke out. I'm not a fan of that. I hate the turrets being up top and poking out. So what I'd do if you wanted a third weapon is I'd go here and I'd add a Gauss cannon either side of the Nova wing. This one we actually do control, so we'd change that to the Gauss cannon, this one to the PBO, and this one to the Reza. And there we go, nominal. 83, 6 max crew, ton of cargo, fantastic, absolutely beautiful. I love the look of this ship, I really do. Very jet fighter, and as I said, it looks very similar to the one that I designed many moons ago in a very previous video. And even though it's a small ship, once you're actually, you know, running around outside, it's massive. obviously. These ships are. Now you can actually build a ship that is the smallest ship in Starfield. You can have it all in like almost one spot. If you drop down glitch everything into one spot, so you have the cockpit, the landing gear, the weapons, the hab, all in one confined space. But it just looks like a mess, so we're not going to do that. So here we go. We're in. Got a couple of beds from our all-in-one berth. We've got our toilet. Got a ladder, so if we go up, I know you'll hate ladders, but you know, get over it. Yeah. Okay, Barrett. Right, so we're up here, control station. There's our docker. Everyone's. What are you doing? You should be working on the computer, not stood on a chair. But yeah, everyone's up here. So let's jump down. Oh, where am I going? I'm lost. Lost on a small ship. So yeah, this is part of our all-in-one berth. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Go through here. It looks like the door's blocked because of the drop-down glitch. You just walk right through. Lovely jubbly. So this is the companion way, the Hope Tech one. Open the door again. It's going to look like it's blocked, like you're trapped. Go through, and now we're in the cockpit. Obviously, this bit's clipping through as well. But fantastic little ship. Absolutely love it. I think it looks really cool, and I do like the shape. And yeah, brilliant little ship. What do you guys think of this one, though? Let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts and opinions are. But yeah, brilliant little ship. So let me know what changes you'd make or how you'd improve upon this build. And also don't forget to subscribe and like this video, as it really does help out. And also, if you've got a build that you want to share, join my Discord and show it off there. Now, let's get into some combat footage.